Hello and welcome to BOI Impact. I am Olagunju. In order to deepen the provision of financial services for the development of renewable energy, the Bank of Industry in 2018 launched a 6 billion naira solar energy fund to support viable projects that would enable various categories of commercial and residential end users acquire reliable solar solutions in line with the United Nations-led global campaign for eco-friendly sources of energy. On this edition of BOI Impact, we will bring you one of the beneficiaries of BOI's Solar Energy Fund, Blue Camel Energy, a leading power backup and renewable energy firm in Nigeria. Blue Camel Energy designs and integrates solutions that cut across all levels of energy demand, ranging from small household solar hybrid systems, to distributed energy systems, solar mini-grids for rural electrification. They also develop captive solar hybrid systems for commercial and industrial applications. The company has more than a decade of experience in the renewable energy business. Blue Camel Energy has been very innovative in its core business of assembling and distribution of solar photovoltaic panels and components. It has also invested in capacity building through its establishment of Renewable Energy Training Academy located at its assembly plant in Kaduna State. We now bring you the visit to Blue Camel Energy. Blue Camel Energy is a renewable energy company offering a broad portfolio of cost-effective renewable energy products and solutions to households, commercial and industrial users. This is in line with the renewed commitment of the federal government to create jobs, alleviate poverty, and grow the economy through the promotion of local content and value addition. Blue Camel Energy is fully keyed into the policy and has identified areas of wide gaps in the renewable energy industry. The MD/CEO of Blue Camel Energy, Suleiman Yusuf, tells us more.
I actually purchased one solution for my own use and a couple of others. So at the end of the day, we had about 3 different solutions installed for myself, my mom, and then one of my sisters. Using that solution, did not only, make me understand how much opportunities there are in providing alternative power. I had 3 generators in my house before then. By just deploying a small 1.5 kV inverter with 2 batteries, it changed my life. And in less than 2 months, I gave out all those gens. So I became really, tied to it. And it's not even that enjoyment of the solution. I kept thinking about how many more people actually can afford that kind of convenience and actually also do need it. So that's, opened my eyes to a very big business opportunity. So after enjoying that system, I discovered that there was a business opportunity, and that's how we started. This is about over a decade ago, about 13, 14 years now. That was for small home solutions, but we moved in very, very aggressively. We began to provide uninterrupted power solutions. That's UPS solutions for hospitals, for emergency lift operating systems. So we explored that market, and then we went in there to start providing uninterrupted power solutions. Now imagine that you have an MRI machine, for example. If that machine shuts down, it takes about 19 hours to reboot. So you can imagine somebody is in the process of being diagnosed, and then there's a shutdown. So we discovered that most hospitals, even when they have grid, if they want to go into critical operations, they will just ignore the grid and turn on their gen. So we came in to fill in that gap, and we started providing UPS solutions. Beyond that also, we discovered that there was a huge energy gap, in terms of, ability to pump water. So there was a need, even when you have a borehole and you have a pump, that pump needs grid, electricity or gen to pump, and that gap was there. So we decided to go into, what we call, water reticulation, solar water borehole systems and solar water reticulation systems. So we're there in the UPS, we're there in small home systems, and then here we are in solar water solutions. But also, importantly, we discovered that there was a huge failure of solar street lights, and it became a reference point for people you try to sell solar solutions to. So we decided to look at that also and go into R&D to understudy, how we can improve that. And for 9 years, we're understudying, the solar street lighting solution until we came up with a solution that is seen everywhere now with less failure and more productivity, which is the all-in-one integrated solar street light solution. Today we have a factory, the only company in Nigeria that has an assembly line that produces those solar street lights in Nigeria. So, that became another aspect of the, energy intervention that we're providing. But we've gone beyond that. We've done mini grids here and there. We do commercial and industrial solutions as well, where we could install and then agree on a payment plan or on a metered solution. It's called power as a service or power purchase.
The technical advisor to the MD and head of human resources at Blue Camel Energy, Ahmed Garba Ahmed, spoke on how the company ensures well-trained technical personnel for the deployment of solar solutions.
Capacity building, growth, I think it's an area where, I look forward to, come up with more programs, more plans, for, staff of Blue Camel. So recently, and what we realized is there's so much need for, training, train the trainer. So what we do now is every Monday we try to put together an engineering team, and they do train, themselves, and we're able to put up a database of, issues we find on site, like a data repository, so that the next person doesn't have to, or start all over again, so the experience from one another can be shared, with another. We just reached out to one major technology components that we use for training. We realized we use quite a lot of their products, but there's also few skilled installers of that product right now in Abuja and in Nigeria itself. So we reached out to them. We're trying to come up with a training for them to train our staffs for that particular, So I think we're coming up with training. We're coming up with so much programs for growth, in terms of growth of our engineers, in terms of management staff, and all-round, operations of the business.
At the time we were done building the factory, we had exhausted all our funds, So we needed funds to actually go into business. And that was when, but to start with, the factory itself gave us the ability to approach Bank of Industry. We got disbursements from BOI, which helped us to, bounce back, of course, to increase, our stock level and do more businesses. Setting up the factory has been a very interesting experience for us. We've trained over 460 young Nigerians in, different fields of solar business. There are specific, curriculums that we set out ourselves. For example, the Solarpreneur. It's a specific training for electricians that already have basic knowledge and we just want to, add solar installation to their knowledge. So I had a specific, curriculum for them. We also have the Solarpreneurs, where we trained people on solar entrepreneurship. We had the training on, financing, renewable energy financing for, more of the corporate people and finance people. We also had the mini grid training and then the solar supervision and installation training. So all kinds of training. That's, to me, it's the first level of impact because we have built so many more Blue Camel in the making, and that's the more important part of it, where we experiencing better service delivery, we're restoring confidence of, customers on this technology, and we're creating jobs, and reducing capital flight, So to me, that's a big one. But outside that, our locally produced lamps, we've deployed over 60,000 units that were all made from the factory across Nigeria. So if you go to Plateau State, over 100 kilometers, Gombe State, over 100 kilometers, you go to Kaduna State, over 250 kilometers, you go to Imo State, over 30 kilometers, you go to Oyo State, I think we're approaching 50, 60 kilometers. We'll go to Adamawa State. So our products are all over the country. And the beauty is, it's the only product you can buy and get a 5-year warranty. I mean 5 years warranty. I mean, it's not a go-come. Once you have any failure, we'll just replace it.
Director Corporate Relations, Blue Camel Energy, Usman Kola Lawal, spoke on the company's corporate social responsibility programs. One of these is the provision of 100 kWp solar hybrid mini-grid at Kasuwan Megani Kajuru local government area, Kaduna State.
This is a community that they have never experienced the grid before. That was before Blue Camel came in, and Blue Camel went in and powered it up. So these are some of the feedbacks and impacts Blue Camel has on its host communities.
Beyond that also, we've done quite, on the CSR level, we've done installation of quite a number of solar street lights and boreholes across IDP camps and some communities, across the country. But importantly, I think the number of people we've kept on the job, we have over 200, contract staff, and we have over 150 staffs on our payroll.
The Chief Operating Officer at Blue Camel Energy, Mohammed Suyud Abdullahi, gave reasons for the company's establishment of a renewable energy academy.
We have impacted on engineering graduates, majorly youths, who have enjoyed scholarships both from Blue Camel Foundation as well as our partners, Nigeria Energy Support Program, who have supported this training program since day one. So far we have trained more than 400 engineering graduates from various fields, and through the different programs, solar photovoltaic installation supervision, solar photovoltaic installation, as well as our own making of solarpreneur and solartrician, which we developed in-house to be able to nurture entrepreneurial-minded individuals that are looking to get into the business of solar. So BOI came in when we were at the early stages of picking up in the assembly plant, and the facility has helped us to leapfrog and get enough funding to purchase equipment and also supplies for our production. It has made available products for our customers to continue to come and take, and that has generated a lot of cash flow, which it has led us to now begin our expansion program. So it has been very impactful, I would say, and we look forward to taking the next move.
Blue Camel Energy remains committed to breaking new frontiers in developing products and tailor-made energy solutions for the Nigerian market. This is to facilitate increased access to clean, reliable, sustainable, cost-effective, and environmentally friendly energy.
We have installed inverter and solar systems to over 2,500 households in Nigeria over our 12, 13 years of doing business. And we have this data, we're still in touch, we're still maintaining for most of these customers. And I think that's a lot, if you perhaps take the carbon credit, from that number of installations, it's a lot. But beyond that, we've also provided, different kinds of solutions, especially we're very particular with health and education. So anybody running, an educational institution or a health facility, we're happy to, come and deploy, and that's where part of the Bank of Industry funds went into. We have a couple of, schools that we have installed solar for, thereby reducing their diesel costs and generally, reducing the operational costs. And what happens is we usually program it for 3 years repayment. So we allow them to pay on a termly basis when students come back to school and pay school fees. And after they finish paying, we have the same funding to, reallocate.
For over 6 decades, Bank of Industry has been here, driving Nigeria's industrial development through financial and business support services to micro enterprises, small and medium enterprises, and large enterprises across Nigeria. Leveraging on strategic partnerships, we provide equipment financing, working capital, and support to enterprises in key sectors of Nigeria's economy, including youth and women-led enterprises. Whatever your business needs, starting up, expansion, diversification, modernization, or rehabilitation, we'll be here, always to support you. Bank of Industry, transforming Nigeria's industrial sector.
Thanks for staying with us on BOI Impact, the magazine program of the Bank of Industry, which showcases the success stories of businesses supported by the bank. Next on our lineup is Vertex Agro Limited, a Nigerian agricultural company established in 2007 with the goal of carrying out agricultural business in Nigeria and beyond. Vertex is committed to helping farmers succeed in the agricultural industry through sales, training and consultations on agrochemicals that help improve crop yield and overall productivity. In addition to its agrochemical offerings, Vertex also produces a range of high-quality roasted cashew nuts, peanuts and coated peanuts. With the support of the Bank of Industry, Vertex Agro Limited now has a state-of-the-art processing cashew butter manufacturing plant and cashew processing factory that produces and exports high-quality cashew kernels. Here are highlights of our visit to Vertex Agro Limited. Speaking with the BOI Impact crew, the Managing Director of Vertex Agro Limited, Daniel Gimana, said the company manufactures premium cashew products that cater to both local consumers and international markets.
And we came up with this idea of processing and exporting cashews and cashew byproducts. That was one thing. The other thing was that when we were exporting, we were doing good volume, but we were really not impacting on lives of Nigerians. For instance, we were bringing about 300 containers of agro-chemical. Our workforce was less than 15 people. So we were actually bringing what people have produced in another country and dumping into our country. So we thought again, how do we generate employment? We discovered that again, cashew is one of the sectors that generates employment more than most other sectors. And particularly, it employs women. So these were two things that really informed our getting into this project. Basically, we have major customers in Japan. We process our sesame seed and export to Japanese companies. So we have two basic products, cashew and cashew byproducts, and then sesame seeds. These are for export. Right now we have our cashew butter, which, as far as I know, is the first of its kind in West Africa. Then we are also roasting cashews. So we have roasted cashews, both with the brand name Dodan Foods, under the brand name Dodan Foods. And then we have the cashew byproduct, something very unique we're doing in this country. The shell from cashews, we have a special way of burning it, and then we take the chaff from it, the charcoal produced by it. We produce some special fertilizers. The fertilizer is already in the market. We call it fertilizer. And then the oil from it, we're able to, we spent about 3 years doing some research with some professors in some universities in Nigeria. And we'll be able to come out with agrochemicals. We are the first in Africa, if not in the world, that have gone up with that innovation.
He spoke further on the relationship and impact of BOI support on the company's operation.
Bank of Industry, they are our partners. They are our friends. We started together and we're growing together. And we started accessing Bank of Industry facilities about 7 years ago when we started the sesame seed factory. Then we were getting working capital for buying and processing sesame seeds and exporting to Japan. Then later on, we brought this idea of the factory, the butter factory, and Bank of Industry jumped at that idea. So the facilities you see here actually are financed by the Bank of Industry. So it's a mutual relationship, and without them, I think some of these projects wouldn't have been possible. The butter factory you've seen here itself is employing about 60 people. Those people wouldn't have been there without this factory. The generator you've seen there, we were only powering the cashew factory. Now the same generator is powering this factory. So capacity utilization has gone up. More people have been employed. You've seen some managers who are here. We brought some expatriates who came here on as staff, and they'll be able to train our people. So even for capacity improvement, we have really built capacity with the trained people because of the facility we have. We help the farmers who grow cashews to grow cashews. We have farmers in Kogi State, for instance. Every year we go on training. We train them the best agronomic practices on how to grow cashews. Sometimes we bring the farmers leaders here. We keep them in a hotel for 1 week. We train them, take them to the field, and make them to practice some of those agronomic practices. So the impact, again, we're hoping to see our farmers' yields increase over time. You know, any day we pay salaries, you see the environment change. You know, people hardly sleep that day. So the impact is massive on the community itself. A lot of people have relocated from many states and they found themselves here.
The Bank of Industry is unrelenting in its continuous efforts at transforming the industrial sector of the Nigerian economy through various developmental initiatives, two of which you saw on this edition of the program. Our staff are ever willing and ready to guide you on your entrepreneurial journey. If you are a potential or existing entrepreneur and think your brilliant idea or business can benefit from BOI support, do not hesitate to contact us. For more information on BOI's products and services, please visit our office nearest to you or log on to our website, www.boi.ng. You can also reach out to us through our social media pages. And that's it on BOI Impact. I am Olagunju. Thanks for watching.